Australia is enormous, and picking the right time for your visit depends on where exactly you're trying to go. A tropical north is at odds with a temperate south, and the central desert is its own consideration. This month-by-month breakdown will help you discover the best time for your vacation, no matter where you're headed. High season. December to February, best time for beach bums and festival lovers. Summer in Australia may be a time of environmental extremes. Wet season arrives up north and bushfires spark in the south, but it's the ideal time for lounging on one of the country's famed beaches or enjoying its many arts, food and music festivals. Visitors should come prepared for higher prices and some crowding in major tourist centers and popular beaches. Don't forget to pack your sunscreen. Shoulder season. March to May and September to November, best time for cross-country travel. Transition seasons bring warm sun, clear skies and cool nights, making them your best bet if you're trying to hop all around the country. Australia's hot centre will be experiencing a slight reprieve from summer's heat, and the coastal areas generally will still be warm enough to enjoy, though bring a jacket just in case. The coasts can be busy around Easter, and the autumn colours are particularly atmospheric in Victoria, Tasmania and South Australia. Low season. June to August, best time for budget travel. Australian winter brings cool days down south and milder weather with sunny skies up north. Now's your best chance for pleasant desert and tropical travel and whale watching. Tourist numbers are at their lowest and so are prices, but keep in mind that some attractions may keep slightly shorter hours. Month-by-month breakdown. Here's a guide to what you can expect to do and see in Australia throughout the year. All events are subject to change. January yawns into action as the country recovers from its collective New Year hangover, and festival season kicks off in earnest. Key events: Sydney Festival, Australian Open, Midsummer Festival, Momofona, Tamworth Country Music Festival. February is usually Australia's hottest month. It'll be humid and sticky up north as the wet season continues, and it's often baking hot in South Australia and Victoria. Locals return to school and work while the sun shines on. Key events: Adelaide Fringe, Sydney's LGBTQ+ Mardi Gras, Perth Festival, Tropfest, Brisbane Street Art Festival. March Enophile's Delight. March is harvest time in Australia's vineyards. In recent years, March has been hot, despite its autumnal status. Key events: Woma Delayed, Australian F1 Grand Prix, Port Fairy Folk Festival, Adelaide Festival, 10 days on the island. April Melbourne and the Adelaide Hills are atmospheric as European trees turn golden, then maroon. Up north the rain is abating and the desert temperatures are becoming manageable. Key events: Byron Bay Bluesfest, Barossa Vintage Festival, Jungu Festival. May the dry season begins in the Northern Territory, northern Western Australia and far north Queensland, bringing much relief from the humidity. It's also a great time of the year to visit Uluru Kata Tjuta National Park. Key events: Ord Valley Muster, Noosa Eat and Drink, Uluru Camel Cup. June winter begins. Snow falls across the Southern Alps ski resorts and football season fills grandstands across the country. It is peak season in the tropical north, and waterfalls and outback tracks are accessible, though accommodation prices less so. Key events: Laura Aboriginal Dance Festival, Barunga Festival, Sea and Vines Festival, Vivid Sydney, Bellingham Readers and Writers Festival. July you'll find pubs with open fires, cozy coffee shops and empty beaches down south, and, oppositely, packed markets, tours and accommodation up north. Make sure to bring warm clothes for anywhere south of Alice Springs. Key events: Melbourne International Film Festival, Derby Bobe Festival, Walking with Spirits, Noosa Alive, Alice Springs Camel Cup, Splendor in the Grass, Cairns Indigenous Art Fair, Mackay Festival of Arts. August is when southerners, sick of winter's grey sky drear, head to Queensland for some sun. It's almost the last chance to head to the tropical top end and outback before things get too hot and wet. Key events: Cairns Festival, Garma Festival, Henley on Todd Regatta, Melbourne Winter Festival, Arley Beach Race Week. September spring heralds a rampant bloom of wildflowers across outback Western Australia and South Australia, with flower festivals happening in places like Canberra and Toowoomba. Football finishes and the spring racing carnival begins. Key events: AFL Grand Final, Brisbane Festival, Shinju Masuri Festival of the Pearl, Perth Wildflower Festival, Pilbara Red Earth Arts Festival, Floriade, Alice Desert Festival, Big Sound Festival. October. The weather avoids extremes everywhere, so it's a good time to go camping or to hang out at some vineyards. The build-up to the rains begins in the top end, very humid. Key events: Melbourne Festival, Riverland Wine and Food Festival, Caloundra Music Festival. November. Northern beaches may close due to stingers, jellyfish in the shallow waters off North Queensland, the Northern Territory and Western Australia. Outdoor events ramp up and the surf life-saving season flexes its muscles on beaches everywhere. Key events: Gourmet Escape, Melbourne Cup, Sculpture by the Sea, Wangaratta Jazz and Blues, Fremantle Festival. December. Ring the bell, school's out. Holidays usually begin a week or two before Christmas. Cities are packed with shoppers and the weather is desirably toasty. Up north, monsoon season is underway and afternoon thunderstorms bring pelting rain. Key events: Sydney to Hobart Yacht Race, Woodford Folk Festival, Sydney Harbour Fireworks.